Have you ever wanted to write your life story but didn't know where to start? Hi, my name is Joel Mark Harrison. I am the author to The Secret to Writing Your First Book, The Essential Guide, and in this video, we're going to talk about memoir. But first, let's talk about what those are exactly and what's the difference between a memoir and an autobiography. An autobiography, it goes through your entire life. So the story from your birth to up to now, where a memoir is when you just take a piece of your life and you write about that. So a friend of mine the other day, he asked me where to start, and this is a great question because it can be very confusing. First thing is always ask, what is your goal? What are you trying to do with your story, and why write this book in the first place? With the case of his mother-in-law had wanted to write about her experience with cancer and beating cancer. It's a 10-year journey. She wanted to share her story and help others, so that's a great place to start. That is indeed what you want to do. If it's want to tell your story, if you want to pass down your legacy, and that's your goal. That's, you want to really deeply connect with that and that aspect. That's what's going to get you through the writing process. So once you've done that, you want to identify the themes of your book. So what are the different elements that make up your story and why are they unique to you? And it's not just a generic story. So in the case of my friend's mother-in-law, it was the difference of getting diagnosed with cancer, going through the treatments, and coming out the other side. So those are the different aspects of the book, and each of those aspects have a different theme. So how she dealt with getting diagnosed, getting the treatment, and her outlook on life after. Once you've kind of identified the different themes and the different aspects of your story and the different chunks, then you can break it up. And then you want to create an outline. And this I just plain Google Doc, nothing, fancy. And then just start writing. So you have the different themes of your story, you have your different sections, and then divide those up into what happened in each section. So just for example, I don't know my friend's mother-in-law's story all that well, but it could be going to your first, doctor's visits, getting the news, telling your friends and family and how you felt during that time period. Right? So then write those just in point form and go through until you have a concrete outline. The outline is it's hard to say when you're done, but it will feel complete. You will not have any more stories to tell. Once you get that, if you feel like it, you can share it with, friend or family. But I would say from there, you just start the writing. And when you start writing, you don't want to self-edit. You just want to keep writing. The first draft is always going to be difficult. It's going to be far from perfect. So don't even try and, correct yourself or give into the self-doubt that maybe this shouldn't go there or this is not worthy of the book. The point of that is just to keep writing. And then once you write the first draft, you have something to look back on. Then it's just a matter of refining and keep editing and keeping the process going. And then again, it's really just a matter of, okay, I feel like I can go no further. I need professional help. And that's when you can reach out to an editor and get their opinion. So the first type of editor you want to hire or you want to have your story looked at is a content editor. And so what they will look at is the whole holistic of your story. So is there pieces missing? Does it make sense? Or do you feel like you emotionally connect with the audience? So once that editing's done, then you want to go on to basically a line edit, it's called, and they will look at the editing from a grammatical perspective. Does the sentences, do they make sense? Do they flow? That sort of thing. And then pretty much done, and that's it. So I know it sounds super easy, but it's not. There's a lot of self-doubt, and you will go through a process of, is my story good enough? Trust me, you want to tell it. If you're watching this video, then I believe you have a story to tell. So that's it. Let me know if you have any questions, like and comment on my video, and I will see you in the next one.